Hey guys, my name is Macy and I'm here to talk to you all about my top 5 tips on applying to dental schools. So I applied in the 2019-2020 cycle, and there were a lot of things that I did that looking back on it, I'm so glad that I had done, because it made my process a lot more smoother, a lot more efficient. Things were done in a timely manner, and all around it was a less stressful application process than what I had heard other people say that it was. So I'm hoping that what I tell you will be able to provide you with a better insight on how you can prepare to apply for your dental school application. So my first tip for you guys is to apply to the dental school application cycle very early. And early is a bit of an understatement, because in order to submit your application early, you have to be prepared. And in order to be prepared, you have to have all your materials ready or almost ready for submission by the time the application cycle opens up in June. That is where my second tip comes in, and that is to get started on your personal statement 6 to 7 months in advance before the application cycle opens up June 1st. And for me, I wrote my personal statement during my winter break. I had so much time to reflect on why I wanted to go into dentistry, what kind of impact I wanted to make, and how my previous experiences kind of tied into the person that I am, and how those previous experiences kind of made me fit to go into dentistry. And if I ever came across any type of writer's block while I was writing my personal statement, it was fine, because I knew that I had still like 6 months to perfect it and to overcome whatever writer's block I had. Additionally, it gave me more time to send it to other people to proofread. So I got to perfect it in a way that I wanted to be represented within my personal statement. And my third tip is to ask your professors for a letter of recommendation the spring semester before you are going to apply into dental schools. It gives them so much time to write a very good letter, a very detailed letter about why you are a good candidate for dental school. However, if you are taking a class with a professor your spring semester who you think you would like to ask them for a letter of recommendation, but they haven't gotten the chance to know you yet, and so you don't want to ask at the beginning of spring semester, wait until your midterm grades are released and then ask them. You should also ask the dentist that you're shadowing to write you a letter of recommendation around the same time that you're asking your professors to write your letter of recommendation. And Interfolio is a really great website that can be used to store your letters of recommendation in a very secure way, so you can't read it. You can't read your letters of recommendations, but your professors can store it there for you so that you can transfer over those letters of recommendations when the dental school cycle opens up in June. So the reason why I stress asking your professors early, like start of spring semester early, is just because if you ask them towards the end of the semester, your professors are already going to have so much work to do. They're already going to be grading final exams or final projects. A bunch of other students might have asked them for letters of recommendation that they were planning on writing. And on top of that, they're probably looking forward to their summer break, and they could have a vacation planned out with their family. So that would be less time dedicated to writing you a really good recommendation letter. My fourth tip for you guys is to create a Word doc listing all of your experiences that you have been a part of for the past 4 years. And this means being very active in a club, holding a leadership role, doing research, being a teacher's assistant, or doing some type of volunteer activity. Make sure you list it out on a Word document and kind of have your title on that Word document, what organization it was a part of, and have a short description of how you contributed to this role, how it impacted others, what you have learned, and what skills you picked up. There was a word limit. If you do have more than you can put down, you can always trim it down before you submit your application. Also, dental assisting or dental shadowing should be included within your experiences. This is essentially where the admissions committee will see your shadowing hours. And don't forget to include on that Word document how many hours you invested in each of your experiences. My fifth tip for you guys is to narrow down the schools that you want to apply to. There are 67 accredited schools in the United States and 10 accredited schools in Canada. So essentially there are a lot of dental schools to choose from, and it's also really costly to apply to them. So how I went about it was I researched the dental schools that some of my friends had gone to, and I read their mission statements, their values, their goals and their visions for their students, and from that I was able to get a gist of what each dental school prioritized. For example, there were dental schools out there that had a big role in research, and a lot of their focus was on research, and then there were also dental schools that focus more heavily on the clinical aspect of dentistry, like being hands-on, and that is essentially what I was looking for in a dental school, was a dental school that allowed their students to become hands-on and work on manual dexterity skills within their first few years of matriculating in. Another thing that was important to me was a dental school that incorporated public health courses within their curriculum, because public health has been an interest of mine. It is my major at my current university. So the school that I ended up choosing was the University of New England's College of Dental Medicine, and they incorporate public health classes within their curriculum. You should figure out what is important to you, what you want to have your dental school focus more so on. Read their mission statement and their visions for their students, and see if that is something that vibes with you. And you can narrow it down through that way. Some people also narrow down what schools they want based off of location or pricing, like tuition. So I hope that my 5 tips will help you guys in having a less stressful dental school application cycle. Please let me know how it goes down below. I wish you all the best of luck. Follow me on pristine.pearls and feel free to message me if you have any questions.